So, for those that have recently joined me, feel free to follow me. It's free. And you can set it up so that you get notifications in your email anytime that I stream. If I get enough followers or whatever, it will encourage me to do more of these kind of streams where I just create art and talk about life or whatever. If you have any suggestions or things that you'd like for me to do, feel free to make it known. So yeah. I enjoy drawing trees. It's something so whimsical yet structured about them. Could be that they're meant to grow randomly. But at first, we can't make sense of the patterns. But rest assured, there is a pattern. Usually. Trees always grow towards their main light source. That which gives them food. Oh, and trees usually hate. I guess hate's a strong word, but they really dislike even numbers. There has to be lots of asymmetry. Little snack break. Some more rice. Some yummy delicious rice. Hey, I know this song. This is a song that you play when you're waking up. I wonder what it's called. It is called Morgenstern Mung or Morning Mood. And it is by Edvard Grieg and Ronnie Mathis. Whoever that is. Well, I guess it's kind of important who he is. Considered the artist on this. So, for those that care, I think tomorrow's the Super Bowl. Pretty sure. Like 80% sure. I think that's what I heard them say. And I of course will be working. I think it'll be interesting to see how well I do this year, comparatively speaking to how I've performed in the last few years. So, well, I've been listening to this band called Moontooth. They have a very eclectic sound. It's like if blues and progressive metal had a baby. And it's really good stuff. I like it. And I was thinking about the lyrics for some of their songs, and they seem to be telling a story. And they're fairly underground, so it's like there's not a lot on them. So it's not like I can be like, oh, I wonder what they're saying in this line. Oh yeah, let me go to azlyrics.com or something like that, you know? Well, let's go to Let's Sing It or something. They're not on any sites yet. But I found them on Spotify from listening to like a mixed playlist and them being on it. So anyway, and I was thinking, you know, that's so cool how they managed to make every one of their songs some kind of narrative, with as few or as many words as they can throw into each line. Some songs are literally only like maybe 3 lines or something like that, but they still tell a story of some sort. And it's like almost an orchestral arrangement, but just with guitars and a really genty sound. And it's really interesting to listen to, especially as you develop an ear for music. It's like it sounds chaotic, and then you learn to like break it down, and you're like, oh, there's a really interesting rhythm here. And then like you listen to like the way the drums are playing and stuff, and then you listen to the words. Anyway, the words are what I want to focus on, the lyrics of their songs, and they tell a really interesting narrative of, you know, fantastic meetings. And what I mean by fantastic is, I mean literally fantastic. You know, the world of fantasy. And it made me think, well, what made me think of that was, well, this drawing itself, right? So, there's a lot going on in this drawing. I mean, there's not as much as it could be, but the point is, there's a fair amount going on in this image. You know, you've got let's see, I'm trying to get most of it in frame. But yeah, so there's a fair amount going on in this image. You know, you've got, I don't even know what this is. It's just a shape, a background shape. You've got a cosp of some fir trees. you've got this kami, which seems to be a disembodied mouth, hands, and an eye, and cohorts, which are eyes that are all suspended within cloud-like structures. You know, you have a hill made of skulls, varying in size and such, which I think I'll add more detail for into them. And you know, you have this tree. You know, there's a lot of symbolism and mythology about trees. You know, they seemingly grow out of nothing, which, you know, in science class we learned that's not true. You know, we learned that they indeed grow from the air and the soil almost equally. So, but yeah, trees are magical in a way. You know, they're able to create so much mass. And what are they doing for their main source of sustenance? They're photosynthesizing. They're literally taking photons, some of the smallest particles of matter, the only particle of matter that literally has no mass, and, you know, carbon dioxide molecules, which is the air, literally the air, and they're creating ATP to reproduce their cells and such. And obviously trees are way more massive than we are. They're what is it called? Their biomass is like way higher than ours by, you know, any measure. But yet they're using the lightest things possible to grow. Well, that's my drink. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream tonight or not because I was pretty tired from work. But I had to stop at my favorite store to pick up some Ziploc bags. And while I was there, you know, I decided to get an energy drink and some wine. And yeah, I found the energy to press on. So anyway, I was tired, but I'm not anymore. And just topped off my glass with what was left. But my Battlefield 1 themed drink. Yeah, so back to the music thing. A lot of people would be surprised to find that I actually really enjoy listening to metal. And I do find, as I've gotten older, my tastes have matured. And luckily for me, the bands that I've listened to have matured as well.